For the safety of all patrons, please take a moment to find the exit gate nearest to your seat, keeping in mind that it may not be the same gate in which you entered. In the event of an emergency, please listen for instructions given over the PA system and follow directions given by event staff. Water is available for sale at the concession stand on the home side of the field. Medical assistance can be found in the concessions area. Please remember that smoking and alcoholic beverages are strictly prohibited on all school district property, including the stadium fields and parking areas. For those who leave the stadium prior to the conclusion of the event, there is no re-entry. For assistance during the event, contact North Penn Security by calling 215-853-1352. DVD copies of the commencement ceremony and all class of 2021 senior events are available for purchase from North Penn Television. For more information or to download the order form, please visit npenn.org. Thank you for joining us this afternoon as we congratulate the North Penn High School class of 2021.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to North Penn High School's 66th commencement ceremony, honoring the graduates of the class of 2021. Welcome to the newly renovated, beautiful Crawford Stadium. My name is Pete Nicholson, the principal here at the high school. At this time, I ask that all of our guests in the stadium stand as you are able. Graduates, you are to remain seated, while cadets from our Air Force Junior ROTC present the colors of the United States of America and the state of Pennsylvania. Once the cadets have presented the colors on stage, I will ask our graduates to stand for the national anthem. Graduates, please stand as you are able. Gentlemen, remove your caps. As not all members of the senior chorus are in attendance at this ceremony, the senior members of our choir recorded the singing of the Star-Spangled Banner. At the conclusion of the national anthem, please remain standing as the choir will then sing the North Penn alma mater. Thank you, and be seated. Again, welcome and thank you to all family, friends, faculty, staff, administrators, North Penn School District Board of Directors, and community members for joining us today as we celebrate the class of 2021 on this 12th day of June, 2021. Given the nature of our dignified ceremony this evening, I ask that everyone refrains from celebrating the reading of an individual graduate with whistles, noisemakers, or air horns, so that each graduate has the opportunity to hear his or her name read in honor of the greatest accomplishment we are celebrating today. The class of 2021 joins me in thanking you for your respect for all of our graduates. We will certainly have the opportunity to cheer and celebrate together after the reading of all of the names. Today, 954 students have earned and will receive their high school diplomas from the North Penn School District. You have accomplished so much throughout this time, so let's take just a few moments to reflect on your time here at North Penn High School. August 28, 2018, 1,020 days ago, you all entered North Penn High School, many of you for the first time as students. Yes, August 28, 2018 is a day I'll always remember. You entered the halls of North Penn for sophomore link crew orientation, about to begin your 3 years as students at NPHS. I also welcomed students to NPHS for the first time as principal that day. While you were excited, nervous, maybe even a little fearful of what was to come, I can say with certainty, I was terrified. While it wasn't my first day at NPHS, it was, I guess, my real first day as principal. As you all filtered into the Navy gym through a wall of link leaders, I tried to gather my thoughts on what I would say to you and what my message would be as far as the expectations for the next 3 years. I remember saying something about getting involved, being a student first, but being more than that. Doing great things outside the classroom and not just as a student. I remember saying that those memories would be the ones you would remember for a lifetime, or something like that. While I'm a little bit more comfortable speaking in front of thousands of people now, that day was just a little bit out of my comfort zone. I'm pretty sure that we all had a vision for exactly how the next 3 years would go, what North Penn would look like, and how each and every day would unfold. Wow, were we wrong? But that's the funny thing about life. As much as you plan, as hard as you work, sometimes life just doesn't go according to plan. However, you did not let anything that happened over the past 3 years, and especially over the past 15 months, keep you from doing and being exactly what I asked you to be and do when you first walked in on August 28, 2018. I can say that you, class of 2021, got involved. You made so many memories, and most of all, you have left North Penn with so many memories. The class of 2021 had 12 National Merit semifinalists, 17 National Merit commended students, 10 finalists, and 6 students that earned National Merit scholarships. 2021 also saw 1 senior recognized as a U.S. Presidential Scholar. Your class has been recognized at the state and national levels for your accomplishments in the classroom and your continued pursuit of excellence across all academic disciplines. During your time here, you supplied food and resources to those in need, became active politically both through our own mock presidential election and through social justice movements, both in the school and the community. You have worked to make this world, not just North Penn, a better place. You have also found success on the fields, on stage, in the gym, and pool, in addition to the classroom. While certainly not an all-inclusive list of your time at North Penn, here are a few more achievements you have obtained. On the stage, our thespians have had 2 shows, yes, 2 in 3 years, adjudicated to the International Thespian Conference. Our North Penn Marching Knights percussion and color guard were state champions this past year, while our brass and woodwind sections were recognized as national champions. Just recently, our Navy Jazz Band came in 3rd in their division at the National Jazz Festival. In athletics, the class of 2021 has been part of numerous conference, league, and district titles. You've also played a role in 7 Pennsylvania state championships in your time here. Let's also not forget that both our softball and baseball teams are still alive in this year's PIAA state playoffs. Best of luck to both teams as you compete next week to bring home the chip. On top of that, a number of our seniors participated in an Odyssey of the Mind team this year that came in 2nd place in the virtual World Finals competition. Now that's impressive. Class of 2021, to say that you have left a mark on North Penn High School is certainly an understatement. want to thank you, all of you, not only for what you have done and achieved at North Penn High School over the past 3 years, but what you are about to do and achieve as you move on as graduates of North Penn School District. As my first 3-year graduating class, you will always hold a special place in my heart, and I sincerely hope that you stay in touch and keep me updated on all of your successes, wherever life takes you. As we know, while the last 3 years may not have gone according to plan, they have made us all stronger, wiser, and more resilient. These are the qualities I see in each and every one of you, and qualities that I know will serve you well as you go out and change the world. Class of 2021, I wish you all the best in life. Now I would like to introduce Mrs. Tina Stoll, President of the North Penn School District Board of Directors, as she offers her congratulatory remarks on behalf of the board. Please join me in welcoming Mrs. Stoll.
Good evening, everyone. It brings me great honor to stand before you as the president of the North Penn School District Board of School Directors and congratulate the North Penn High School graduating class of 2021. I also want to commend all those who helped the students along the way, from family members and staff to classmates and coaches. It goes without saying that the last year has had many challenges, and your perseverance has been truly remarkable. Graduates, please remember that not only is commencement something to celebrate, but it is also a time for which you should show gratitude to those who supported you in getting to this great milestone. I am pretty sure each and every one of you can thank at least a few people who have made a positive difference in your life along your educational career so far. I stand here before you representing the entire school board, both present and past, who have also worked to make this day possible since the inception of North Penn High School to today. We, too, have taken our responsibility to get you to this day very seriously. For those of you who may not know, the position of school board director is not a paid position. It is strictly volunteer. But it was once mentioned to me when we first became directors that graduation day is our payday. And after spending the day watching all the smiling faces of our happy graduates and all the proud family members in the stands supporting them as they reach this milestone, I can honestly say that today we have hit the lottery. The North Penn School Board has had a tradition, which we will continue tonight, and that is sending our graduates forth with 3 messages. The first one is one that you've been hearing since preschool, but I am totally that mom that's going to tell you it one more time before you walk out the door, and that is always try your best. Whatever it is that you are doing after North Penn, whether you be joining the military, continuing your education, starting a family, or being of service, be the very best that you can be in that pursuit. Some days you may fail, and other days you may shine, but if you are doing the best that you can, you are always going to be moving forward. Second, be persistent. Nelson Mandela said it best when he said, "It always seems impossible until it's done." These past 15 months of dealing with a pandemic have been difficult, and oftentimes it did seem impossible. But now, it's done. You did not give up, and your class rose to the challenge. You made sure that your experiences you had and the memories you made were as special as any other class that has come through North Penn. Never lose that ability to work through life's challenging times. And finally, the third, and this I say to you from the bottom of my heart, as a proud North Penn graduate myself and the proud parent of 3 more North Penn graduates, and that is, no matter where in the world this life may take you, always remember that North Penn is your home. Because as the saying goes, once a night, always a night. And we love our nights. So with that, to the class of 2021, on behalf of the North Penn School Board of Directors, we congratulate you on your achievement. We wish you all the best in your future endeavors, and we thank you for letting us be part of your special celebration. Enjoy your evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Stoll. Next, you will hear from 4 student speakers. The first student speaker is our valedictorian for the class of 2021, Kaylin Daly. Kaylin will be followed by our salutatorian, Aditya Sai Palaparthi. You will then hear from Sahana Prasad, who was selected to speak by a committee of teachers through an application process. Finally, you will hear from Claire Rabin, your senior class president. Please join me in welcoming the valedictorian of the class of 2021, Kaylin Daly.
Thank you, Principal Nicholson. Goodbye, seniors. Goodbye, class. High school, you can kiss my, oh, wait. Sorry, everyone. That was my rough draft. Here we go. First of all, I would like to thank everyone who made this day possible and supported our graduates up to this point. Thank you to all the families, teachers, administrators, staff, and the 3 cans of Red Bull I needed to finish this speech last night. Most importantly, I want to congratulate the class of 2021. We are here today to celebrate all of our hard work over the past 13 years and reflect on our experience, one that was unique from every single other class that has ever graduated from North Penn. And while we all shared some of the big events throughout the years, the opportunities here gave us the chance to forge our own unique paths on our class's common journey towards graduating here today. As we gained more knowledge and skills, something that likely impacted the route of our paths was the answer to the question we were all asked starting at a young age. What do you want to be when you grow up? In elementary school, this question was the best. I knew kids that wanted to be an astronaut, a movie star, or the president. Personally, I wanted to be the taste tester for Ben & Jerry's ice cream. So we all had equally big dreams. But as we grew up, this question became stressful and came with the pressure of having to know your interests and life plan as a kid just trying to make it through high school biology. It ingrains us with this idea that what we do and accomplish defines who we are. For a long time, my own identity and self-worth was vested in what I did and achieved. Activities, assignments, or events that couldn't be listed on a resume or college app felt worthless to me because their social and emotional benefits did not give me a tangible reward that fit my view of success. But reflecting on my experience at North Penn, the most important and joyful parts weren't the grades or sports trophies that I chased so eagerly. My favorite memories are the seemingly unnecessary experiences I got to have with my classmates and teammates. When I think about North Penn, I think about dancing at Winter Ball, at 180 degrees, of course. I think about driving to Hershey and cheering on the boys' soccer team when they won their state championship. I think about Olympic days, scholastic book fairs, pep rallies, froyo in the cafeteria, powder puff games, and dance parties at water polo tournaments. Most of all, I think about the incredible people I got the chance to meet and grow with. Looking back with this new perspective, I challenge us to reconsider the question, what do you want to be when you grow up? And instead ask, who do you want to be when you grow up? Because with this small change, the question takes on a different meaning. It frames our future plans and identities around our self-image, instead of allowing it to be defined by our accomplishments or career. It reminds us that who we are is not set in stone by genetics, past actions, or luck. Who you are and what you value are decisions that you get to make, and what you have the most control over in the world. So after you consider what qualities are important for you to be happy with your identity, ask yourself if your actions reflect these values. If you want to be reliable, are you showing up for your friends in their times of need? If you want to be generous and kind, are you volunteering your time to help others? If you want to be happy, are you taking care of your mind and body? These are the actions that really show who you are and how you will be remembered. At our class reunion in 20 years, I do not want to be remembered as our class valedictorian. What is more valuable than this achievement is the hard work and teamwork I learned along the way. Those qualities are now a part of who I am and who I want to be, which gives me more joy, purpose, and success than the title of valedictorian ever could. Because once you are confident in your identity, you are already successful, and you are prepared to take on your other life goals. Now, we are at a crossroad in our lives where we will soon start to be making decisions about our future. Many of us are going on to further education, enlisting in the military, or going to trade school. In any of these environments, it's easy to get lost in what we do, how much money we make, or what we accomplish and achieve. But if we focus on these material things, we lose our identity. We become a what, defined and shaped by statistics, career positions, and societal labels, instead of a who, guided by our own decisions and beliefs. So I ask the graduates today, who do you want to be when you grow up? Because now is the time for us to make it a reality. Congratulations to the class of 2021. Good luck, and I can't wait to see who you all become. I now have the honor of introducing you to our class salutatorian, Aditya Sai Palaparthi.
Thank you, Caleb. Good evening, esteemed faculty, staff, administration, family, friends, and of course, my fellow soon-to-be graduates. It is truly an honor to be delivering the salutatory address to the class of 2021. My intention for this address is to focus on the three qualities that I believe constitute a successful graduation from North Penn: joy, confidence, and unity. To elaborate on the quality of joy, let me start with one of my favorite quotes, and the only quote I completely memorized. It is from the legendary Stanley Hudson from the 5-time Emmy Award-winning show, The Office. I wake up every morning in a bed that's too small, driving my daughter to a school that's too expensive. And then I go to work to a job for which I get paid too little. But on pretzel day, well, I like pretzel day. If Stanley is this excited for something as trivial as a free pretzel, just imagine how much more joy we will feel in a few moments as we walk across the stage to receive our diplomas after 13 years of strenuous education. After all, a free pretzel is given. A high school diploma is earned. Nevertheless, Stanley still reminds us that special occasions, like graduation or pretzel day, do not arrive very often. So when we have the opportunity to celebrate, let us cherish the moment. 10, 20, maybe even 30 years from now, it is my hope that we reminisce about the bonds we forever created during our high school days. The second quality, arguably the most important for having a successful graduation, is exiting North Penn with confidence. The experience of flipping the page and pressing more ink onto paper, writing a new chapter in our lives, can certainly be daunting. After all, we do not know exactly how our futures will shape out to be. So, how do we still continue to stand tall with our backs straight and chins up as we face the unknown? Well, the reason why we should be confident, not fearful of the future, is that we've been rigorously preparing for this precise moment for 13 years. A large part of that preparation is having tremendous support along the way when developing intangibles like discipline, resilience, and adaptability. Our dedicated faculty and staff, from elementary to middle to high school, who rode this journey with us and believed in us, give us a reason to be confident. Our caring families, who helped create a tight-knit community, give us a reason to be confident. Lastly, the reliable relationships we forge with our peers here with us right now give us a reason to be confident. With the backbone of support from the North Penn community and North Penn education and culture entrenched in us forever, I can confidently say we are ready for life beyond North Penn. Now, many of you may have noticed I did not mention the words COVID-19 until now, and there's certainly a valid reason for it. I'm sure many of you have already ingrained yourselves with life during the pandemic and are ready to move on from it. However, it would be remiss of me not to mention the tremendous outpour of support we've received from faculty, staff, administration, family, friends, and more during the difficult times. It would be remiss of me not to mention the painstaking commitment of the class of 2021 to persevere through the hardships of a pandemic and still graduate. It would be remiss of me not to mention that there is light at the end of the tunnel, and we're already starting to feel its rays. I am hopeful that we channel the distinct perseverance we gained during the pandemic into the confidence needed to tackle the unknown. The final quality of a successful graduation is staying unified as North Penn's class of 2021. Now, I understand that we only have a third of our graduating class and North Penn community with us today. However, having class unity is not solely sharing physical space with one another. Long-lasting unity for the class of 2021 means 20 years down the road, beyond a school environment, we are still more than willing to help one another. I'm confident we can preserve our unity by lending a helping hand, not only to our new communities, but also to our fellow graduates and soon-to-be alma mater. After all, we are, and always will be, North Penn Knights. To wrap things up, my message to the class of 2021 is quite simple. Be joyful, be confident, and be unified. Thank you for your time, and congratulations, class of 2021. I wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce North Penn's class of 2021 selected speaker, Sahana Prasad.
Thank you, Aditya Sai. When we first started at North Penn, we thought prom would be at Drexelbrook, graduation would be packed with thousands of more people, and reflections would be one of the best nights of our lives. All it took was one thing, a pandemic, to change everything, to fill our minds with unanswerable questions, and to make us yearn to be with those we love. Yet look at us now, our reality revealed. More than a year and a half into this pandemic, and things are a lot more normal than we expected them to be. In March of 2020, we felt completely out of control. But now, in June of 2021, we're getting ready to take control of the rest of our lives. We all remember the highs of the past 13 years like we should have remembered to memorize our vocab words. We did it. When a new TikTok dance came out, we convinced our teachers to do them with us. We did it. When Senior Assassin finally became a thing, we rallied around the Instagram account and thoroughly enjoyed the free entertainment. We did it. When we had our last winter ball, we screamed our heads off as we sang Fly, Eagles, Fly. We did it. When we were all in person, ages and ages ago, we remember the struggle trying to get through the ePod clog. We did it. And when we were finally able to drive to school, we joined the age-old tradition of trying to beat the buses. And more often than not, some of us never beat the buses. But either way, we still did it. But it's equally as important to remember that each and every one of us has faced challenges we have overcome. We did it. In the moments where it felt like life was crashing down on us, we guided ourselves through the dark and into the light. We did it. When we were thrown into a pandemic and felt like we couldn't last another day stuck at home with our families, we embraced the world of TikToks, drive-bys, and Netflix parties. We did it. When we saw the pandemic hurting those we love, we comforted and worked with them. We did it. And when we groaned about virtual school and being glued to chairs all day, well, we're now still sitting in chairs, but in person, graduating. We did it. And even though there are so many battles we accomplished, overcame, and enjoyed, There are still so many battles we will continue to fight and that will define us for our empathy and compassion. When we saw our loved ones burdened by racism and sexism, we joined them in their fight for social justice and security. And when we saw people our age harmed by gun violence, we fought for increased school safety as members of America's youth. When we saw our peers fearful to express their identity, we became their cheerleaders and encouraged them to be who they are. We are a class that is capable of fighting individual battles, but we've proven to ourselves that we are capable of fighting battles that are bigger than ourselves. We've proven we can, and we do. What Kelly Clarkson said is true. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Every obstacle and moment of fear we overcame, turning it into something positive and feeling growth and strength we would not have gotten otherwise. If there's anything I hope you have taken from my speech up till now, is that we are the resilient, persevering, and hard-working class of 2021. When those obstacles stared us in the face, we all were fearful because we had no idea of what was to come. But we focused on how we could make the situation at hand better, and we did. Sitting here today is proof of that. Our presence in this stadium is proof to our families, our friends, our communities, and most importantly, to ourselves, that we are strong, confident, and capable of dealing with anything life throws our way, because we've done it time and time again. College, workforce, military, gap years, these are some of the new challenges we have to face. I hope I've reminded us that we know how to deal with challenges and come out the victor. So whenever we're feeling stressed, anxious, or the persistent thought of, can I even do this, creeps into our heads, think back to all the challenges we've faced, all the hills we've climbed, and remind ourselves we can. We've proven that to ourselves and to the loved ones in our lives by graduating today. We all have to hold on to our strength and confidence as we fly off to something new. That is our reminder that we, the class of 2021, are truly unstoppable. Congratulations, everyone. We did it. And now I'd like to extend a warm welcome to our class president, Claire Rabin.
Thank you, Sahana. Good evening, Dr. Dietrich, Mr. Nicholson, faculty, staff, family, friends, and of course, class of 2021. Well, we did it. This is the day we have all been waiting for. As I stand here today, looking into my future with all of my hopes, dreams, and plans, I want to take a moment to pause and reflect on the past 13 years as we prepare to leave North Penn. I remember the first time I climbed the steep steps of the school bus on my first day of school and walked through the halls of Bridle Path Elementary. 2021 and our high school graduation seems so far away. Yet, here we are, and we have come a long way to reach this moment. It seems to me that never again in our lives will there be a period of time when we learn and grow as much as we have in these past 13 years. We started as elementary schoolers, learning basic skills, making new friends, and beginning to find our place in the world. Before we knew it, we moved on to middle school, where we navigated having lockers, changing into gym class uniforms, and class schedules. Then, just when we thought we finally had that figured out, we were sent to the big high school, scrambling to find our way around the building along with 3,000 other students. We tackled academic challenges, social events, and life changes. Graduating from high school is a major accomplishment, a milestone in our lives. It's easy to get caught up in the moment, so slow down and celebrate your successes and all of your hard work that has led you to today. Live in the moment and don't forget to enjoy where you are right now. You only get to graduate from high school once. We are so fortunate to graduate from North Penn, one of the best high schools. We have been surrounded by a wonderful community and provided with many opportunities. As we look back on our time at North Penn, we can never forget the friends we made along the way. The close relationships that got us through these past 13 years are what made our time here so meaningful. Those friends that we played with at recess and rode the bus and ate lunch with. The close relationships we made through going to class, extracurricular activities, and school events. I have friends from kindergarten that I will be graduating with today, and I am sure we are all very happy to be able to celebrate our accomplishments alongside the friends who helped us get here. It's the relationships and the memories we've made that we will remember long after we leave North Penn. At this moment, I would like to thank our class advisors, Mr. Main and Mr. Fry, for all they have done for our class, especially helping us plan a prom here at the high school this year. I would also like to thank Mr. Nicholson and our assistant principals for making today possible. And thank you to all of our teachers for giving us the guidance and support we need to be successful. You taught us values and lessons that go beyond the classroom and give us a good foundation, preparing us for the future. I would like to thank all other faculty and staff at North Penn High School for making it such a wonderful place to come to every day. And of course, we can't forget our families. Where would we be without your endless love and support? You have been here for us from the beginning, through all of our ups and downs. You gave us praise and motivation, pushing us to be the best versions of ourselves each day. So thank you for everything you have done for us. We truly would not be here today without you. So much has been leading up to this day, and it feels like we've been working our whole lives for this moment. But this is only the beginning. The possibilities are endless, and I believe that our class has the potential to make great things happen. We have faced challenges these past 2 years that have only made us stronger, more grateful, and more resilient than any other North Penn class. Whatever you choose to do, make sure it is something you are passionate about. Only you have control over your future, and only you decide what you do for the rest of your life. Step up to a challenge, take risks, and go after what you want. I believe you will find happiness and success. As we celebrate today and move toward our futures, I would like to leave you with these words from a song by Natasha Bedingfield. Live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins. The rest is still unwritten. So go out and write the next chapter of your book and make it everything you dreamed it would be. Congratulations and good luck, class of 2021.
Thank you, Claire, and thank you to all of our outstanding speakers today. We're all very proud of you. At this time, as we prepare to read the names of our graduates, I would like to personally thank your class officers who volunteered to read each and every name in Crawford Stadium through 3 ceremonies today. Claire Raven, Keenan Washington, Stacy Liang, and Jigar Dadarwala. A special thanks goes out to the 4 of you as well for the tireless work you put into planning an epic, first of its kind, senior prom just a few weeks ago. The 4 of you, along with the class cabinet and class advisors, deserve a round of applause for the hundreds of hours of work you put into making such a special night for everyone. Our senior class officers will read the name of each graduate, and legacy photographers will take a picture of each graduate as they receive their diploma. At this time, I would like to ask our school board members and home office secretaries to come to the front of the stage to help with diploma distribution. I would also like to have Dr. Curtis Dietrich, Superintendent, and Dr. Todd Bauer, Assistant Superintendent, join me on stage. Now, if the first row of each section would please stand up and process towards the stage, we can begin the reading of the names. While the students are seated alphabetically, the rotating nature of the names means that they will not be read in alphabetical order. All students will exit the stage at the 50-yard line. Listen carefully so you can see your graduate receive their diploma. Again, the class of 2021 joins me in asking that you refrain from emphatic celebration at the time a name is read. Each student deserves the chance to hear their name announced. With that, it's time to begin.
Rhea Chaco Abraham.
Lauren Elizabeth Eglin.
Gavin Halen Lewis.
Sahana Prasad.
Colton James Adams.
Aiden John Elm.
Gerald Jorge Libby.
Take your ramen.
Courtney Chrisum Adams.
Luke Michael Engel.
Hari Lim.
Hannah Emily Redding Gerzinski.
Madison Lynn Adams.
Sophia Fabry.
Allison Louise Lindsay.
Destiny Ida Riley.
Samuela Gifty Adubowen.
Andy Fari.
Amanda Sarah Liu.
Nathaniel Reyes.
Misbah Ahmed.
Devin McKenna Finnemore.
Lorna Elizabeth Lockery.
Sharir Rifa.
MD Janayed Assam.
Janisa T. Figueroa.
Tay Gabriella Lowry.
Juana Rivera.
Anissa Shifa Akhtar.
Dylan Daniel Fino.
Anna H. Liu.
Benjamin Edward Roberts.
Sumaya Akhtar.
Daniel Fisher.
Jefferson Lee Liu.
Alex Thomas Rowe.
MD Nur Alamin.
Samuel Victor Fogel.
Derek Isaiah Lynn.
Sophia Rudell.
Amir Alamari.
Sabrina Michelle Graham.
Nikhil Madaka.
William Michael Salo.
Megan Elizabeth Albert.
Ethan Daniel Fryman.
Kelsey McGee.
Timothy Alexander Salduti.
Jace Y. Alderver.
Leah Rose Froelich.
Ahad Mahmood.
Farida Mohammed Salem.
Thomas William Elisi.
Avinash C. Gade.
Aaron Joseph Malamed.
Gregory Andrew Sanborn.
Masa Alkodsi.
Sean Henry Galloway.
William S. Malashewski.
Ashrita Sanakomu.
Jacob Junhook An.
Olivia Rose Garzone.
Audrey A. Manon.
Laura Regan Santangelo.
Saranyan Anand.
Riley Elizabeth Gilmer.
Corinne Marcus.
Edvin Danilo Santiago Diaz.
Paulina Aurora.
Vineeth Reddy Gohimakula.
Ardeth Joel Marrero Aponte.
Caden Daniel Sarnak.
Fayez N. Awal.
Anthony Gomez Hidalgo.
Angelina Marie Martin.
Zachary William Sarnak.
Bryn Marie Bagnarelli.
Gabriela Noel Gonzalez.
Mia Josephine Mastromato.
Om G. Savalia.
Gabriel James Batinger.
Jayla S. Ford.
Kirsten Roland Mayland.
Sean R. Savalia.
Sierra Grace Barrett.
Carson Scott Gray.
Morgan Skylar McLean.
Sonia Savalia.
Gabriella Elizabeth Barroso.
John Francis Greco Jr.
Benjamin T. McDevitt.
Amber Victoria Scattergood.
Madison Bryn Becker.
Reese Livia Griner.
Colin James McGuire.
Abigail Kate Schwangles.
Braden George Bell.
Robert Stephen Koya Grenda III.
Lily Margaret McMahon.
Caitlin Skoma.
Josie L. Biddle.
Colin Richard Grice.
Andre J. McQuiller.
Sarah Olivia Sell.
Aaron Borglum.
Aiden Fan Guo.
Quentin Jarrell Murray.
Andrew So.
Erica Lee Brace.
Kyle Ryan Har.
Yusef Muhammad.
Melanie Sajahan.
Owen C. Brash.
Kelsey Ann Harrigan.
MD Rifat Mallah.
Mies Shampa.
Elizabeth Gale Brigidi.
Dakota James Harrison.
Anthony M. Moore.
Anj Sharma.
Amy Elizabeth Brown.
Nathan J. Hartzell.
Haley Elizabeth Moore.
Isaac Sol Sin.
Matthew Allen Brown.
Fuad Hussein.
Brendan Carl Joseph Morgan.
Nasir Aaron Singleton.
Tatiana Nishay Brown.
Julia Rose Hauser.
Immaculate Praise Moyo.
Brandon Cornell Smith.
Bao Kwok Boo.
Madeline Elizabeth Hauser.
Kylie Josephine Myers.
Kevin John Smith.
Jordan Lynn Bundonis.
Ryan Patrick Heng.
Sammy Al Nabil.
Emily Marie Spencer.
Sarah Elizabeth Burns.
Ashley Grace Herb.
Ariane S. Nashikar.
Abigail Elizabeth Sproul.
Felicity Jane Butler.
Michael Rushton Herb.
Aisha Begum Nasir.
Danielle Claire Stater.
Cassandra Rose Calvaresi.
Eric Hernandez Guzman.
Brianna Ann Newell.
Benjamin Conrad Stanley.
Michelle Canario.
Adrian Brian Higgins.
Hannah Chow Nguyen.
Catherine L. Stecker.
Tyler Jordan Capelli.
Nicholas Ian Higgins.
Connor Joseph Nizak.
Ethan Reed Sternbach.
Liam John Carlin.
Matthew Joseph Hondros.
Oh no.
Lindsay Paige Stone.
Catherine Ann Kavanaugh.
Casey Lynn Hooper.
Era Norani.
Milan Stasic.
Crystal S. Chang.
Farzad Radif Hussain.
Kiala Joseph Conde Sikiti.
Kirsten Amber Streckfus.
Gabriel J. Chang.
Nipu Hussain.
Jenna Rose Nice.
Nuzhat Tabassum.
Kiran Raj Charangat.
Nishat Nabila Hussain.
Aiden T. O'Brien.
Anjali Gori Taluru.
Sophia Elena Caballero.
Zan Ying Huang.
Sarah Lynn Olnick.
Daniela Catherine Tarantella.
Kyle Chang.
Hasib Irfan.
Molly Elizabeth Ostrowski.
Behesti Jahan Tasby.
Artie Harish Chugani.
Rabia Sultana Irene.
Christian Anthony Ooch.
Kate Alexis Taylor.
Jessica Kitsi Chiang.
Emma Jackson.
Hallie Elise Owens.
Aranza Natalia Trejo Mora.
Justin Evan Chinovsky.
Valley Janakiraman.
Marissa Jean Palumbo.
Krish Priyank Trivedi.
Nicole Elizabeth Chu.
Bryn Nicole Jenke.
Anna Maria Panatescu.
Jade Victoria Tuck.
Miguel Chivalin Lopez.
Yug Gerodia.
Katrina Marie Papali.
Razul Kareem Ula.
Yuntae Choi.
Selena Jiang.
Anna Leonor Diaz Pango.
Shelly Leona Umansky.
Victoria Efoma Chimiki.
Catherine J. Joseph.
Jeffrey Kangman Park.
Natalie Garin Upright.
Mahariz Hossein Joy.
Son Park.
Freddie Emmanuel Vasquez Garcia.
Janvi B. Chavatia.
J. D. Kamani.
Yu Min Park.
Audrey Nicole Vassia.
Rabia Chowdhury.
Connor Christopher Kiesler.
Jean-Marc S. Parmiter.
Diego Vital Pena.
Zachary Thomas Collier.
Rachel Lynn Kennick.
Ahuti V. Patel.
Jenny Vu.
Tristan Michael Coogan.
Zoe L. Kennick.
Arya Brijesh Patel.
Jay Vora.
Jamie Lynn Corrado.
Allison L. Keogh.
Charm Patel.
Katie Wanamaker.
Maya Stellander Cox.
Vivek V. Kasari.
Dev Tarun Kumar Patel.
Kevin Zhengxi Wang.
Dylan Eric Coyne.
Ifrador Rahman Khan.
Dara Raj Patel.
Rong Wang.
Sean Xavier Kramer.
Khadiza Kanam.
Dia Tarun Kumar Patel.
Armani Janaya Washington.
Kaylee Elizabeth Crosman.
Radhika Kandilwal.
Honey Nilesh Kumar Patel.
David Joseph Waskeridge.
Margaret Rose Curley.
Rebecca M. Kilcheski.
Jimesh N. Patel.
Emily Rose Westergong.
Ali L. Curran.
Hun Soo Kim.
Janal Kamlesh Kumar Patel.
Li Hong Marie Whalen.
Abigail L. Dannenhauer.
Shin Woo Kim.
Kamal Patel.
Zion H. White.
City M. Date.
Ethan Ramon J. King.
Kashish Nishith Patel.
Shane Patrick Whitman.
Marina Chun Dempsey.
Jacob Keaton Kling.
Kruti D. Patel.
Shrahita Yanamandra.
Jeremy Andrew Dermasessian.
Miles Spirit Knight.
Kush Patel.
Julia Moore Yano.
Ishan Darshan Desai.
Jeffrey Matthew Kobasa.
Kush Patel.
Sophia S. Yee.
Pinky Devi.
Kylie A. Kochansky.
Monsi N. Patel.
Casey Muhua Yin.
Ria Devi.
Holly Joan Kopp.
Rohan K. Patel.
Christine M. Yoe.
Nicholas Devia.
Lauren Amia Bryant Kotoka.
Ved Patel.
Daniel M. Zafino.
Isha H. Dankecha.
Sean Michael Kowalczyk.
Jane Olivia Peters.
M.D. Zaheen.
Gabriela Diaz.
Allison Nicole Kulak.
Eric A. Phillips.
Maggie Zong.
Calvin Doe.
Patricia Jane Lally.
Matthew J. Piotrowicz.
Krish V. Dubaria.
Cassandra L. Lambert.
Alyssa Lee Pursuit.
Justin William Drexler.
Maxfield Gerald Lanier.
Catherine B. Poach.
Corey James Dubill.
Jason Lee.
Lily Janina Pope.
Ryan William Duffy.
Anika Ramon.
Ellie Rebecca Duplicki.
MD M. Ramon.
Julia Ray Duval.
At this time, I will welcome our class advisors, Ms. Megan Germain and Mr. Chris Fry, to the stage to announce our class officers.
Jigar Himanshu Dardawala.
Stacy Yadeng Liang.
Keenan Darnell Washington, Jr.
Claire Louise Rabin.
And our last graduate in the class of 2021, class salutatorian, Aditya Sai Palaparthi. At this time, Mr. Walsh will be at the podium to read the names of the graduates graduating in absentia this evening. Mr. Walsh?
Jonera Adams. Shannon Riley Brenson. Joseph Henry Calarco. Titus Casper. Noah Chung. Haley Jordan DeCaro. Joshua N. Dunning. Jayla Lesh Edwards. Chelsea Brian Hare. Burnett Lamar Jackson IV. Yasmin Dominic Culler. Cindy Anju Lee. Scott Liu. Zishan Liu. Amaris Yvonne Matanik. Josette Marie Miller. Benjamin Misko. Logan O. Monkey. Ahmad Morte. Chris Tran Ngo. James Nightingale. Madison Ann Oscar. Sebastian Thomas Pidgeot. Colin I. Pritz. Kenneth Scott Roberts. Colton Russo. Jameson Grant Shaw. Aaliyah Marie Stahalik. Zachary Taylor. Joshua Francis Trinchi. Alexander Scott Tweary. Riley Gray Wilkins.
Thank you, Mr. Walsh, and congratulations to all of our graduates. Before our closing remarks and the moving of the tassel, I want to remind you that, as in years past, each graduate's name will appear on the marquee twice for 5 minutes each time. The schedule for these names will be posted on our website by this coming Wednesday, June 16th. The names will appear on the marquee beginning the following Monday, June 21st. Please feel free to be here at the designated time for a photo opportunity. Now at this time, I would like to invite Dr. Curtis Dietrich, Superintendent of Schools for the North Penn School District, back to the stage to address the class of 2021. Joining Dr. Dietrich and I will be Mr. Don Walsh, Assistant Principal for the class of 2021, to advise you as you move your tassel from right to left, signifying your graduation from the North Penn School District. Dr. Dietrich.
Good evening. As Superintendent of Schools, it is truly my pleasure to participate in commencement exercises. This is my 12th commencement serving as your superintendent of schools, and the journey to get to this day was quite remarkable. At various times through the past 15 months, I was able to state things with certainty, and at times things were uncertain. Well, there is one thing tonight that I'm able to state with absolute certainty, and that is that at this point of the ceremony, you are not interested in a long speech from the superintendent. So, members of the class of 2021, on behalf of the 2,078 North Penn employees whom I represent this evening, I wish you good health and good times as you move on to the next chapter of your lives. I'm confident that by earning a North Penn diploma, you're well positioned to achieve your dreams. And now, so that the celebrations may begin as soon as possible, please allow me to make the official pronouncement for which you have worked 13 years to hear. And that pronouncement is, now by the powers vested in me by the Pennsylvania Department of Education and the North Penn School District's Board of Education, I hereby declare that all members of the class of 2021, whose names have been read this evening and who have been certified to me as having met all necessary requirements, shall from this point forward be known as graduates of North Penn High School. Congratulations.
Class of 2021, you have left your mark on North Penn, and now it's time to leave your mark on the world. One last time, class of 2021, please rise. If you look at the shot clock in each end zone, we will begin counting down. Now join us in moving your tassel from right to left, signifying you are now graduates of North Penn School District. And if everyone can help me count it down, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Congratulations!